Good afternoon, everybody. All right, we've got the famous Holden Captiva in today. Now, this vehicle come into us, it went into another shop, had no brake pedal. They fitted ABS module, which sorted that, but they needed programming. Also, and this has been an issue for a long time on this apparently, the brake lights were stuck on constantly. So this is our parker lights. I'll flip those off. Where are we? And that's off. So parker lights off, we've got nothing. We have fixed both the issues with this. I'll just grab a torch and we'll show everyone. Now, I did intend to make a video on this because it was relatively interesting. What we actually had was a brand new GM brake switch that had failed. So the new brake switch was no good. The old one needed the brake pedal position relearned. So the new one we took back out. Basically found that there was no signal output on pin 3, so you got two 5-volt feeds, you got two signal wires, and then the other two wires, I'll have to look at the diagram, I can't remember, but we found there was no signal output on this brand new sensor. Put the old one in, recalibrated the position, so it does measure the brake pedal position, so back and forth, recalibrated that was all good. Now from there we were left with VIN mismatch codes in the ABS module. These can't be punched in with a scan tool. You need to program them online with GM Techline Connect. So let's just get out of this. This software, and I'm sure someone will disagree, say it's fantastic, is a nightmare in my opinion. This is all done, so I've reflashed everything. I've reflashed the electronic brake control module, but I spent about 2 hours just getting this set up. Now I have used this before. For some reason, since all the recent updates, it will not work with the Cardac, so anyone in the trade who's doing any programming, this I could not for the life of me get to work with Techline Connect. I actually had to use, out of all things, the Autel J-Box. And once I got it hooked up, this plugged in, the driver's installed on the laptop, it literally hooked up like that. It was programmed in 3 minutes, VIN, everything done. But yeah, without doing that, it just wasn't having it. It was not happy at all. The Cardac is supposed to be the interface for J-Box programming. I use it with Ista, and I've used it with a lot of other software. They're not cheap. They're 2 to 3 grand, I think. I've had this for ages, I can't remember now, but yeah. Right, so what we're saying, Techline Connect hooked up, I ended up using the Autel programmed in, and it's all done. But yes, programming when you're in and hooked up with Techline Connect, easy. I do all these ECUs and BCMs and things like that on the bench. I don't do any in car for this reason. You know, this has been like 2 hours of my time chewed up just sorting this for the other shop. Whereas if it was an ECU or a BCM, not an ABS unit, I could have had it in and done, like removed, refitted in half an hour max.